Hello and good afternoon from Derek Keller Field in St. Louis Park. I'm Bruce Oberman along with Dick Crandall, and it's the first round of the Section 3A baseball tournament between the St. Louis Park Orioles and the Orono Spartans. For the St. Louis Park Orioles, they come into this game at 10 wins, 10 losses, Orono 1-19. Dick, perfect day for a baseball game.
Yeah, hello everybody. Thanks for having me here today, Bruce. Really appreciate it. Yeah, this is about as nice a day as you can get for a high school baseball game.
And starting for St. Louis Park on the mound today will be Jack Elias. He'll be pitching for the Orioles. First baseman will be Olson, Jaramillo at second, Bordewick at short, Ferrula the third baseman. Catching will be Nordstrom. The outfield from left to right will be Remke, Burnley, and Keller. The starting lineup for Orono batting first will be the left fielder Wyatt Wilkin, batting second the center fielder Anthony Travella, batting third the second baseman Kelvin Ripberger. The cleanup hitter tonight, or this afternoon, will be the right fielder Riley Veith. Colton Peters, the first baseman, batting fifth. Logan Kinsel, the designated hitter, batting sixth. Batting seventh, Jake Hartman. Batting eighth, the third baseman TJ Carlson. And batting ninth will be Dane Corsi. And then pitching is Ben Johnson. Dick, you have a little familiarity with Ben Johnson?
Yeah, I was at Orono a few seasons ago, and he was a freshman coming in. And he was a very good pitcher for a freshman. He was the top pitcher on the freshman team that year for Orono. So we look for good things from Ben today.
So Wyatt Wilkin steps into the batter's box. The right-handed hitter faces Jack Elias, 3-1 on the season with a 1.64 ERA. And the first pitch fouled back.
Came in with a little high fastball there to get started.
As you mentioned, St. Louis Park coming to this game at 10 wins, 10 losses. Breaking ball misses for ball one, so it's 1 ball, 1 strike now to the hitter Wilkin. On deck is Anthony Travella.
Well, it's good to see Jack Elias. He's just coming in and throwing strikes, going right after the hitter.
And the break ball just misses low and outside, so it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes to the hitter. That ball fouled down the right field line, out of play. Fairly young Orono team, Dick, so.
Yeah, they have quite a few juniors, looks like, in the lineup today. And a lot of them's first playoff game, so I'm sure they're very excited to get out here.
St. Louis Park mixed with some juniors and seniors, as Elias with the strikeout.
It's a really good location there. Throws the hitter.
So 1 down, and that brings up Anthony Travella, the center fielder for the Orono Spartans. Steps up from the left side of the plate. Elias, a right-handed pitcher.
Anthony has pretty good speed.
So far, good control.
Yeah, he's, like I said, he's just trying to get ahead, let his fielders do the work.
5 strikes and 7 pitches by Elias. Man,
nice.
3 straight pitches.
Yeah, 3 straight fastballs. Wasn't messing around.
Coming to bat, number 1, Calvin Ripberger.
One of the Orioles' top pitching prospects for the season, Archie Olson, was not able to pitch this year as a senior and had a muscle strain and was out for the year from a pitching standpoint. Was a DH for the season, and now he's starting to be able to throw, but not in time to be able to pitch here in the sections.
Yeah, that's too bad for him and his teammates.
Always tough when it's your senior season. You're always that's a season you really look forward to, you know. And
sure is. Yep, being out here with your friends and your buddies. Nothing better. We'll see if he throws a curve here.
Showing really good control, good speed.
Just hitting his spots.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The count to the hitter Calvin Rittberger. Riley Veith on the on-deck circle. Just misses low and outside. Fourteenth pitch by Elias. There's a breaking ball.
Very nice. Good inning. 3 strikeouts.
Strikes out the side. So the Spartans go down 1, 2, 3.
How many pitches did he have there, Bruce?
15.
Yeah, that's a good inning. Keep it 15 or less per inning. And
yeah, 14 pitches, and 10 of the pitches were strikes. So
yeah, he had a very good first inning. So now we'll see if Ben Johnson can come on and match that.
So St. Louis Park this season, as we mentioned, 10-10. Hitting wise, they've they're the type of team that has to string some hits together. They're not a power hitting team, but they've been able to put some hits together. And Orono's 1 win coming Friday, May 15th. That was against Concordia Academy. That 5-1 victory. Their last game was a 7-5 loss against Holy Family.
Well, that's nice they could get that win here before the end of the season. So it's always nice going into the playoffs, getting that victory.
As we know, anything in baseball can happen if you get a pitcher that's hot. Team makes good plays behind the pitcher too as well. So St. Louis Park has had a little bit of struggles putting up some runs. So we'll see what happens in this game.
Yeah, this will be a good inning if Orioles, their pitcher went out and did his job and 3 strikeouts. And now let's see if they're thinking in their dugout. Let's see if we can get our offense going and support that great effort that he just had. And Orono saying, well, we didn't get anything that inning. Now we're going to come out here and support our pitcher and play some great defense for him.
St. Louis Park batting order is Joey Jaramillo batting first, Jason Keller batting second, Burnley third, Olson fourth, Bordewick fifth, Heinstein sixth, Ferrulli seventh, Remfer eighth, and Kyle Nordstrom batting ninth. Ben Johnson at the mound. And Jaramillo steps up to the plate. And he comes in with the first pitch being a strike.
Good location down in the zone.
Jaramillo 65 at bats, 15 hits. Takes a second pitch in for a strike. So you like to see both pitchers throwing strikes.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun in the field to play behind them too. Working quick.
And 3 straight pitches, strikeout for Jaramillo.
Yep, just coming right after him.
So in this game so far, we've seen 4 hitters and 4 strikeouts.
Well, maybe hitters are a little nervous this early. Pitchers are sure bringing it. They're hitting their spots, and everything's in the zone so far.
So now the righty Jason Keller steps up to the plate. And the pitch, there's a fly ball to center field.
Looks like Travella has it.
Next up, number 11, Joe Burnley.
So two away now, and that brings up Joe Burnley, the center fielder for the St. Louis Park Orioles. Joe batting .345 so far this season. A little sunny out, but no problem that time for the center fielder to make the play.
He's just living right down there on the knees there. It's a really good pitch. Hit his spot.
Yeah, 5 pitches, 5 strikes for Ben Johnson. This one in the dirt.
Yep, trying to come a little off speed there. Change the speed.
Can't throw all strikes, otherwise the hitters will start hitting the ball.
Yep, digging in. Yep, exactly.
Nice pitch. Great velocity, had that one on the outside corner too, so tough pitch.
Yeah, low and away. Really tough pitch to hit for a right-hander here.
That
gets
ball
a piece
fouled.
of it.
Yep.
Like you mentioned earlier, Burnley batting .345. Looks like he's got some pop.
Yeah, 19 hits and 55 at bats, 5 doubles on the season.
Oh, gave him the breaking ball.
There's one in the hole.
Yep, just hung it a little bit. Nice job of hitting there.
Next up, number 30.
So the first hit of the game.
Yeah, he stayed back very nice on that and just took it to left field.
And that brings up the cleanup hitter, Archie Olson. Both Burnley and Olson, the same identical batting averages at .345 this season. Here's a pickoff play to first.
Nice idea. Might have caught him leaning there a little bit.
You know, Burnley has 4 stolen bases, 4 of 5 stealing so far this season. Late strike call by the umpire that time on the inside corner.
Yep, must have just hit that inside black.
Ten pitches thrown by Johnson, 9 strikes. Little high heat there.
Nope, didn't go, the umpire said. They checked.
So Archie steps back in. The count 1 ball, 1 strike. Burnley leads at first, and the throw back on over to first, not in time. It's Johnson over to Peters.
He's got a short lead. He's starting to extend it a little bit. There he goes.
There he goes.
Runner's
Yep.
going, and he's going to get the throw. He beats it.
That was a really tough pitch for the catcher to handle, low and inside, and actually Hartman did a good job just to even catch that ball and get it down there, but no chance to get Burnley.
Yeah, I thought he did a nice job as well. He fielded it really well and just released it as quick as you can on a pitch like that.
So 2 balls, 1 strike to the hitter, and the pitch by Johnson, and that's inside for on the corner for a strike 2. So the count now even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Orioles with Burnley on second base. We're in the bottom half of the first inning, no score. Breaking ball to the right side.
Pitcher should cover.
Peters.
Ball over to him, and then they execute
over
it.
to Johnson. So good textbook play, Dick, by by Orono, and after 1 inning, our score is 0-0. We'll be back with more baseball coming up in just a minute.
Hey fans, we got you.
Introducing a new day of the week. Someday. Now, everything you were going to do someday is on the calendar. Want to retire someday? You'll really want this. A My Social Security account at socialsecurity.gov. You can estimate your future benefits and manage current benefits online. Millions of people have a My Social Security account. Get yours today, because someday is here at socialsecurity.gov.
Bruce Hoban along with Dick Crandall. We're back here at Derek Keller Field after one inning of play, 0-0 the score. And Dick, we saw two good pitching performances in the first inning. So,
absolutely, Bruce. I think both pitchers are just coming out throwing strikes. They know what they need to do. They're hitting their locations and getting ahead of the hitters. So it's been fun to watch.
I think both pitchers throwing 14 pitches too in that inning. So
yeah, that's really good.
So Riley Veith now steps up to the plate as he faces Jack Elias here in the second inning. Up high for a ball. First time Elias has been behind the hitter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Popped up. Out of play.
Right back on at that pitch. Oh, breaking ball.
Swinging over the top that time.
Yeah, had some nice bite on it. Very good pitch.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Looking for the first hit, and there's a fly ball to center field. This could, well, it's taken by the second baseman, Jaramillo. So Jaramillo coming out on the grass and making the play for the St. Louis Park Orioles.
Yeah, I like how St. Louis Park handled that. They got to the ball. He made a nice call. They backed off. Everybody, good communication on their part there on that nice pop-up catch.
And the first ball put in play so far by the Spartans as we're top of the second inning. And there's a hard shot foul down the left field line. Colton Peters, the hitter. There's another fly ball. He's just getting ahead of that one. The left fielder over there, and he makes the catch in foul territory. That's Remfer for the St. Louis Park Orioles with a nice running catch.
Very nice catch. He got a good jump on the ball and played it very well.
And again, Elias throwing strikes, and this time Spartans making some contact here.
Yeah, he definitely is challenging him today. He's coming right after him here.
8th pitch of the inning for Elias is a strike. Foul back.
He's hitting that fastball in his location there, and now he's ahead in the count again, 1-2. Well, see if he comes back with that curveball. Nope. Oh, very nice play.
So a nice running catch by Keller in right field as he comes in. 3 flyouts.
Yeah.
So again, a pretty quick inning of play where we're moving this game right along, Dick.
Yeah,
It's
very efficient for the pitchers, you know.
10 pitches that inning.
10, yeah, I was going to say it's less than the first inning, so that's really good.
So 2 innings, 24 pitches for Elias. In St. Louis Park Orioles coming up this inning, we'll have the number 5, 6, and 7 hitters with Bordewick, Henstein, and Ferrulli. Ben Johnson, junior.
Throws a heavy ball. He's got a lot of sink on his fastball when he wants. Get some good movement on it.
I think St. Louis Park has to be very excited to have a pitcher like Elias pitching the way he is. He's only a sophomore, so he's going to have a couple more years left and probably pick up a little more velocity as it goes on.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty nice when you have a sophomore that has looked as good as he has so far to come out in your first playoff game to start the sections.
Coming about number 17, Pat Bordewick.
So Patrick Bordewick, the shortstop for the St. Louis Park Orioles, steps up to the plate against Ben Johnson. 0-0 the score, bottom half of the second inning. And the pitch fouled back.
Change speeds there, just a little low. Good mix though.
16 pitches, 12 for strikes.
And the location's been good too. That's what's really good about the pitches so far.
That's a good point, Dick. It's not caused by players swinging away. It's great location, and that one just missed down low. So it's 2 balls, 1 strike, the count.
They look for him to challenge him here.
Doesn't the hitter Heinstein on deck, and the pitch low and outside. Just missing low and inside. So again, a walk that time, but pitches were not that far out of the strike zone.
Yeah, the ball's just missed the zone like you mentioned there, Bruce. So just got to take a deep breath, relax. Now this will be the first time, he's got someone on that he put on by a walk, so we'll see how he responds here.
Bordewick has not stolen a base this season, so. And they're going to make sure he doesn't.
That's right. They're going to keep him close.
So 5 straight balls thrown. Heinstein with 60 at-bats, 19 hits, 18 of those singles and 1 double. I think St. Louis Park has 2 home runs on the season, so. Looks like Keller and Ferrulli. There's a good pitch.
There he goes. He brought that right back in. So you wonder if, the Orioles will try maybe a little hit and run or something to get their offense going when, they hit more singles. So as a singles team, you're always looking to generate a little bit of offense when you can.
Johnson not afraid to hold the runner at first. There's a good pitch, the breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 2. So now Johnson ahead of the hitter Heinstein at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bordewick getting the lead at first, and Easily steps back onto the bag.
He's just letting them know he knows they're over there and doesn't want them to get too big of a lead. Feel comfortable.
Probably one of his bigger leads right now. Not going. Inside pitch.
Well, looks like he's going to make it. No throw.
Call that one more of a pass ball. I think the
Yeah,
catcher
kind of
should-
handcuffed him a little bit. It was up and in, you know, a little to the batter, so he had to move, you know, into the batter and probably lost sight on it a little bit.
So Bordewick on second base. No outs here in the bottom of the second. And the pitch fouled down the right field line. Heinz a little bit late on that one.
Again, it's a good location, you know, that low and away, just off the plate there.
Here comes a 2-2 pitch down low. And it's now full count to Heinstein with Ferrulli on deck. Borwick being held at second base. There's a pitch lined into left field for a base hit. We'll see if they send the runner.
Oh.
That gets by the left fielder. And Bordewick's going to score the first run, and Heinstein on the air will go to second base. So a single and an error.
And the left fielder
Next up, number 5.
probably lifted his head a little too soon there, you know, anxious to make a throw. Well, handcuffed him a little bit.
Yeah, Wilkin in left field, and do they appeal?
I think they're appealing that he missed the base at third.
Did he appeal it and call him out? I didn't even see the appeal. Then they did not put the run up on the scoreboard.
Is there an out? There's an out up there, so they must have said he he missed third base, and they called him out. Maybe we can have a replay of that later. I'm not sure.
This is missing down low. It's hard to see the monitor, Paul. If you do have any replay, just let us know. So 2-0 the count. Heinstein at second base. It's always tough to get that first out with no outs, at especially at third base, and and that was a ball that got by the outfielder, so really plenty of time for.
Sure, absolutely. Normally that wouldn't be a problem. I think what happened if he did miss the base, which the umpire ruled. Throw down to second. If he did miss the base, what happens on that sometimes is he was going to hold him up at third because the left fielder was running in on the ball, and didn't want to make that first out at home, so he was holding him up. But then when the outfielder missed the ball, that's when he brought him on, so he might have stepped over the base or something like that.
Okay.
Just that can happen sometimes.
We'll see if we can see this stick. Well, we got to the outfield.
Yeah, sorry, we really couldn't see the base, but boy, it looked like he was in track to step on the base, though.
Right.
So maybe he stepped over it.
It's gonna be a tough call too for an umpire when you don't have umps at all the bases here.
Now batting number 12, T.J. Rumford.
Well, we saw Johnson with a lot of good control in the first inning, but he's struggling a little bit here in the second with the walk.
Oh, tried to advance the runners here and just didn't get the bat head out on the ball.
It's almost a lost art, the bunt. You don't see that as much in the major leagues anymore, Dick. Or maybe I just watch the Twins too much.
Exactly. There you go. Well, I'm pretty sure both teams work on the bunt quite a bit, and for situations when they need to move guys up. And
right, and I think that last play, I think the third base was playing a little bit further back. Now he's moved up on the grass a little bit.
Sure. Maybe he's trying to surprise him a little.
Rump for batting just under 200 this season.
And there's two school of thoughts as a coach. You're thinking, I'm going to give him the bunt sign maybe to get him move up the runners, but he just walked a guy, so you don't like to give him outs when he's struggling a little bit on the mound right now.
Hard shot.
Oh, stepped on third.
Yep, one out there. And chance for a double play.
Nice double
play. Got
play.
it. So a great play. That's Carlson over to Peters. And that's pitcher's best friend when you get a play like that. That was a good throw.
It was a really nice play by the third baseman there as well.
Carlson
just backhand, step on the bag, and make a good strong throw to first for the double play.
So Orono avoids the St. Louis Park run on the missed base coming home, and it's going to be 0-0 our score after 2 innings of play. We'll be back with more of the section first round 6 3A game here from Keller Field in St. Louis Park.
This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life.
Bruce Holman along with Dick Crandall we get ready here to start the 3rd inning. And Elias back on the mound where he's retired the first 6 hitters he's faced. Jake Hartman, the batter, and the first pitch up high for a ball. 24 pitches in the game for Elias. Foul out of play. Hartman, Carlson, and Corsi, the number 7, 8, and 9 hitters for the Spartans here. And the pitch just misses. 2-1 the count. Up high. So Elias behind the hitter, 3 balls and a strike.
Just needs to shorten his stride up a little bit and be right back on top of the ball.
And he misses outside. So the leadoff walk to Hartman, and that brings up Carlson. And we're going to get courtesy runner. Looks like Zach Reed will be running.
Yeah, Hartman's the catcher, so they speed the game up by allowing courtesy runners for the catcher and the pitcher if the pitcher was batting, so that they can go back in the dugout and get ready for the next inning. Keeps the game moving.
First player on base for the Spartans in this game as we're in the 3rd inning. That's fouled straight back.
See if he has him running here.
And the bunt. Right back to the pitcher. Looks to second. And now throws on over to Olson at first base. So Elias to Olson, and a sacrifice bunt by Carlson.
Yeah, Orono does a great job. We were talking last inning about the bunt, Bruce. They did an excellent job there of getting the bat head squared up out over the plate so he could get that bunt down and get their runner over to second now.
So now the number 9 hitter, Dean Corsi. There's a grounder. One hop to the shortstop, fumbles it, throws to first, and it's not in time. So Bordewick had trouble with the hop and was unable to get Corsi, and that's so the number 9 hitter on board on an E6.
Yep, just hopped up on him. And
it was a great situation now for the Spartans with runners on first and third. We'll see if they send Corsi down to second base, and we'll see how the Orioles play that if they do.
Absolutely.
Elias on over to Olson.
Sometimes you like to throw over to first early to see if he's going to go on first movement. Or
breaking ball is flown out to the
center
fielder.
Got it, and he's going to come home.
Well, they're not going to run on him.
No, good thing.
Yeah,
nice
so
throw.
Burnley getting under the ball and getting behind the ball, more importantly, so he has an opportunity to throw the ball in.
He called off the second baseman who was waving for it underneath, but then he did the right thing. You always want the outfielder who's coming in towards the play where you're going to make the throw, Bruce, to take that and make a strong throw home, which he did. So very well done by St. Louis Park there.
Well, also knowing that they have the number 2 hitter up may be a reason they decided not to do it. I think if you had your bottom of your order up, then maybe you take a chance and send the guy off third. It's, situational.
Sure. Yeah, that can be one of the things they're looking at. Absolutely.
Or you're scouting.
Yeah, you watch the center fielder in warm-up, see what his arm is like, and, he was pretty close there.
There's another fly ball to center field. This one is going to be caught by Burnley again. So a couple of fly outs to the center fielder. And with runners on first and third and one out, Elias able to work out of that jam. But we're starting to see Orono hitting the ball a little bit more now off Elias. So
sure.
Second time around.
Well, the key to that inning, too, for St. Louis Park was their ability to field the bunt and get an out. You always teach your players, if they're going to sacrifice and give you an out, you're going to make sure you get it, because that'll just lead to more runs if you don't execute that correctly. So they let the runner get to second, and they made a nice strong throw to first, get the batter, and got that out that they needed.
And when you get into these kind of close games, and you're seeing, and depending on how Johnson rebounds, if he gets his control back here in this inning, you get into a game where maybe that sacrifice bunt and advancing the runners over becomes so important.
Absolutely. Both teams are looking at bunting to get that first run in. They want to get the lead and really give you a little more confidence if you can get the lead of the game. So.
And do it for the Orioles this inning will be the number 9 hitter Kyle Nordstrom will lead off the inning, and then back to the top of the order with Jaramillo and Jason Keller.
Coming to bat number 3, Kyle Nordstrom.
Nordstrom's only been up to the plate 19 times this season. Has 2 hits in his 19 at-bats.
Just a bit high, as they say, right, Bruce?
That's right. That was a good take by the hitter.
Yeah, absolutely.
See if right now with Johnson having problems throwing strikes, if they'll have Nordstrom taking until he gets a strike thrown.
Yeah, they very well may do that. That's a good pitch right in on the hands, you know, inside corner. Very nice pitch.
So the count now 2 balls, 1 strike to the hitter Nordstrom. Johnson steps back on the mound, takes the sign from Hartman, and the pitch. That one didn't miss by much, just off the outside corner. And it's now 3-1. Good swing by Nordstrom as he fouls that one back. And the count now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Jaramillo on the on-deck circle.
Looks like he took something off that fastball. Just wanted to get that one in there.
And the payoff pitch is swung on and miss.
Well, it was a good effort after getting behind on the hitter. Come back and get that strikeout.
So Jaramillo, the hitter now. Joey has struck out his first time up. Remember, that was on 3 straight pitches.
See if he's more aggressive or he's going to sit back. I know he took the first 2 strikes last time.
Down low for a ball. Johnson threw over 20 pitches in the 2nd inning. And the 2-0 count is lined into left field for a base hit. Jaramillo will round first base as the ball's thrown in.
Next up, number 27, Jason Keller.
Good solid single for Jaramillo, which brings up Jason Keller.
Yeah, it looks like they have 3 hits so far this game, St. Louis Park, and all 3 have been to left field. 2 line drives and 1 ground ball through the hole.
Jaramillo, even though he's the leadoff hitter, has only 1 stolen base this season. Oh, we've seen Johnson throw back to first quite a bit, and there he does it again. Not much of a lead that time by Jaramillo. Very small lead.
Yeah, right now he's just looking to make sure the pitcher is going to deliver to home.
Throw back to first. Jaramillo in safe. And the 1-strike pitch by Johnson is in the dirt.
Nice block by Hartman there. Keeping that ball right in front of him. Back to first again.
Johnson just shy of 50 pitches here, and we're in the 3rd inning.
Nice job, Hartman there again, the catcher, by moving his feet. He moved both feet that time. Didn't just reach, you know, with 1 hand for that ball. He got behind it, looked right down to first. Footwork is so important as a catcher. Get your feet underneath you and be ready to throw.
You see the catcher with a little bit of a different stance when there's a runner on base. There's a runner going this time. Throw down to second, and he's out. Jaramillo out on a good throw by Hartman.
Very nice. Looked like it was a little bit of a delayed steal.
As we look at it again, it was a great throw.
Very nice. Set the glove down and very good play, well executed.
3-1 the count. And Keller walks.
Next up, number 11, Joe Burnley.
And Joe had the hit to left field last time. Through the hole there, ground ball through the hole, I believe.
Third walk in the game for Johnson. Inside. A brush back pitch that time. Let's see if Keller will go here. He doesn't have too big of a lead.
Takes a good secondary lead, meaning after the pitcher comes to home and he gets off the base real well. Looks in and
So the count even up at 1 ball, 1 strike.
well, Ben Johnson does a nice job of throwing over to first. First baseman does a great job fielding the ball. They haven't had any miscues with that so far.
Keller with 4 stolen bases on the season. Oh, had him leading.
Got him.
And they got him.
Picked him off.
Well, he's had a lot of throws over there, and that time it did pay off. We take a look at this one more time. And a great throw and a good tag by Peters. We're through 3 innings here from Derek Keller Field. The score is 0-0.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
So we're knotted up at 0 here as we get ready to start the 4th inning on a beautiful afternoon here from Derek Keller Field in St. Louis Park. If you just joined us, it's the first game of the Section 6-3A. You can't really call it the quarterfinals, but it's the first round. Double elimination tournament. St. Louis Park coming into this game with the number 5 seed. Orono is the number 12 seed. So the first hitter sends the fly ball to left field. That's Ripberger sending it out to the left fielder, Rempfer.
Next up, number 9, Riley Veith.
Came up, hit it hard.
We've seen 3 straight flyouts, a couple to center field to end the 3rd inning, and now one to left field fairly deep to start the 4th inning. Brings up Riley Veith, bunts the ball, and that's a good spot. Pitcher over there, Elias, throw
nice
to first,
play.
and they got him. Oh no, he bobbled it. They're gonna call it safe.
That was a nice bunt, and
Next up, number 3,
pitcher falls off to the first base side, and he bunted it back on the third base side, so he had to go over and make a nice play. And it looks here by the replay, can't really see the bobble, but the umpire was right there, so.
St. Louis Park feeling they have a couple calls going against them here in the early going.
Right now, Orono has had quite a few calls go their way, so we'll see if they can take advantage of this with 1 out and a base runner at first.
Runner going, grounded to
Little
third.
hit and run.
They're gonna have to throw to first. They get the out.
And that's what we were talking about earlier, Bruce. You know, starting the runners and, you know, hitting the ball. You know, when you have some singles hitters and you don't get a lot of extra base hits in a close game like this, get that runner started, get him in scoring position. You know, you have a good hitter up, make contact. And so now they have an opportunity with a runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
Good play by Ferrullo that time, knowing the only play was really to first base. And there's a fly ball to center field. Burnley is over there to make the catch. And another quick inning there, top of the inning. I think we probably only had about 7 or 8 pitches on that one.
Yeah, well, Orono came out swinging that inning. You know, they've realized that the pitcher is throwing strikes, as he has been, so let's get after it.
So 15 hitters in 4 innings faced by Elias. No score. This one's really moving along.
Yeah, top of 4. Well,
right now the Orono Spartans with 1 hit in the game. St. Louis Park with a couple, I believe. 3. So it's no runs, 3 hits, 2 errors for the St. Louis Park Orioles. For no runs, 1 hit and 1 error.
And St. Louis Park has Joe Burnley, their center fielder, caught that last fly ball coming up to lead off this inning. I'm sure they're thinking they're in the meat of their order now. Let's see if we can get something going. We've seen them gone through the order.
Burnley had the single in the first inning. Stole second base, so they'd like to get him on and see if they can get him over to second in scoring position again. So it's Burnley, Olson, and Bordewick here to start the 4th inning as Burnley steps up to the plate.
Coming to bat, number 11, Joe Burnley.
Ben Johnson holding the Orioles at bay right now as we're still knotted up in a 0-0 game in the bottom half of the 4th. Foul ball.
It's a good location for that pitch.
And the 0-1 pitch by Johnson inside. Count even at 1.
Tried to change some speed there. Slow it down a little bit. Make that fastball look even faster here.
Down low. Head coaches Jim Nunn, head coach of the St. Louis Park Orioles, assistant coach Danny Bissonette and Tom Spaeth. For Orono, it's Bucky Miras, along with Barry Wohler, Jake Smith, Rusty Olson. So it got now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Orioles tried to get the leadoff runner here in this inning on base. Nice pitch by Johnson. That didn't miss by much.
Just laid off it, just a little bit low.
It's a tough take when you have 2 strikes on you, but good eye by Burnley. And the 3-2 pitch up high, and Burnley draws the walk.
Next step at number 30, Archie.
Looked like Johnson tried to overpower that one.
Sure.
Burnley with a stolen base in the first inning. We'll see if what they do here. Although Ben Johnson has shown the Orioles he's got a good move to first base, so.
Yeah, he has picked one of their runners off today, so.
Archie Olsen, the hitter. Pitch outside.
Big hole in the infield between second and first there.
Burnley not too big of a lead that time. Johnson throwing to first. Burnley able to scoot back in there. Runner going.
Runner is going. And
there's a low outside pitch, and the throw over to the shortstop side of second base. So Burnley with his second stolen base of the game. That was, again, a tough pitch for Hartman. Down low, had to go across.
Burnley got a really good jump that time, too. Did a nice job.
So Burnley on second, no outs, and a 2-0 count. Misses 3-0 to Archie Olsen.
3-0, so be interesting to see if he'll be swinging away here or if he'll just take.
First base open here. And the ball hits the corner. Good pitch by Johnson that time.
Very good location. Shortstop's holding on Burnley a little at second.
So number 4 hitter Archie Olsen trying to see if he can drive in a run here. 3 balls, 1 strike the count. Swings at a low pitch, and it's now 3-2 with Patrick Bordewick on deck.
Yeah, he really went after that one.
Wasn't going to be cheated on that swing.
Definitely. See what he can do here.
Runner going.
Oh, there's a nice.
And right back to the second baseman. So that time Burnley was taking off, and Ripperger has the ball come his way. So yeah, that to me a little bit questionable sending him that time when on the play with no outs.
Well, he's in scoring position, and you know it's one of your best hitters. His average is 345. You know, so. Well, now they have Bordewick up.
Well, St. Louis Park has had opportunities, but they've squandered chances, and that double play takes them out of a scoring opportunity here, and with the number 5 hitter up, Bordewick.
It's a good fastball that time by Ben. Bordewick folded straight back, just missed it.
This is the type of game that when you see a team like Orono, with only 1 win this season, this is really playing to their advantage right now.
Yep, St. Louis Park just got to tell themselves we got to settle down, you know, quit beating ourselves, if you will. And Orono, to their credit, though, has made some nice plays. Turned a couple double plays.
Seen Johnson pitch from behind a little bit more here now. It's 3-1.
Yeah, you're right, Bruce. He has gone deeper into counts now.
So on the 3-1 pitch comes inside for a strike, and it's now 3-2, 2 outs. Bordewick go for last actually walk in this game, so. And here he grounds it right through the pitcher's legs, and the second baseman, Ripperger, unable to handle that one, and it'll be a base hit for Bordewick.
Well, let's see if they can.
Well, again, you want to try and see if you can get him into
Scoring
position here. I don't think the Orioles have stolen many bases. As I look on the, gee, looks like they only have about 11 stolen bases this season. So Henstein, the designated hitter, with a single his first time up, so he's 1 for 1.
Good pitch. Started him off with an off-speed pitch.
Well, uppercut swing that time.
Yep.
Bordewick getting the lead at first, not going, and fouled for strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 4th.
He's definitely looking to try to pull something here. Those last couple swings he's had.
Up inside.
He didn't call that.
Oh, you know, the Orioles
Ball's
have to,
live.
right,
Yeah.
the Orioles have to be watching. They could almost take second base if the pitcher had walked off the mound. I think that time listen to the crowd and not the umpire.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. Johnson.
You have to be a little careful with 2 outs when you throw over to first. You don't want to throw it away and have him get over to second base scoring position now with 2 outs. I'm going to focus on the batter here. 2 strikes.
Inside. 2-2 the count. Good job that time by Henstein to stay alive as he fouled that one off.
It's definitely a good battle here between the pitcher and the hitter here. Henstein and Johnson.
Bordewick getting the lead at first base. Johnson to Henstein. Popped up, out of play. I miss that when I have trouble following that, just like my golf balls that I hit. Although I know it'll look right when I hit that.
There you go.
Down low.
Yeah.
So a full count, so the runner will take off at first base now on a 3-2 count with 2 outs.
He's got to be careful here. He doesn't leave too soon because Ben Johnson loves to throw to first base, as we've seen. So he may try to catch him leaning here, leaving too early.
There he goes.
There you go. So yeah, it's what you have to be very careful of. And I'm sure the St. Louis Park coaches have done a great job of teaching him that because he got back safely there.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Bottom of the 4th, runner going, inside pitch, and a walk drawn by Henstein.
Next up, number 5, Kenny Ferrulli.
So Kenny Ferrulli, the hitter, runners on first and second with 2 outs.
Ferrulli walked last time up, so doesn't look like they're going to hold the runner on second very well.
Well, Bordewick was the runner that was on second base earlier, so now if he, on a base hit, you can rest assured that he'll touch third base coming around.
I'm sure he will. Well, the shortstop's moving in a little on the runner, trying to hold him close.
And the one is grounded to the third baseman. Gonna go over to second. And Carlson over to Corsi for the putout. And that's going to retire the Orioles. And we're through 4 here from Derek Keller Field. 0-0 our score as today's game coming your way on Park TV 16.
This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life.
So we're still tied at 0 here as we get ready to start the 5th inning. Game that's moving along. Good pitching performance by Elias so far in this game. As he comes out to start the 5th inning. Bottom of the order here for the Spartans with Hartman, Carlson, and Corsi. This is the bottom of the order that actually did pretty good in the 3rd inning. A walk, sack, and a E6 between those 3. So Hartman with the walk, his first time up.
Pops it up.
There's a pop-up second baseman going out on the edge of the grass. And that's Jeremillo making the catch for the first out of the game. Yeah, the 5th inning.
Next up, number 26, T.J. Carlson.
Boy, it is a beautiful day to play baseball, huh, Bruce?
It sure is.
It's all blue sky, sunshine, 70 degrees.
It's funny, you know, we're out here yesterday. It was a little bit cooler, about 10, 15 degrees. That sun really warms things up.
Definitely.
Just in time for a little rain to come Memorial Weekend for all of us.
Elias is just back to throwing strikes again, just coming right after the hitters.
Well, again, we've seen some fairly quick innings by Elias. I think part of that is just that the Spartans know he's throwing strikes and they're going to be out there swinging.
Ooh, just missed again.
That's the thing, you know, the misses aren't by much, so you know he still has control of that strike zone.
He's been all around the plate, definitely. There you go. 2-2.
So one out here in the top half of the 5th inning. Number 8 hitter is T.J. Carlson. Sacrificed his first time up and fouls this one back out of play. Went through a few baseballs in this game.
Definitely.
And gets the inside corner on that one.
Yeah.
And T.J. Carlson frozen. Good good night for the official opener of the new Saints Stadium tonight.
Definitely. They're going to get a big crowd out there tonight. Have a lot of fun with that new stadium.
Corsi, the hitter, as he steps up to the plate, taking the first pitch for a strike. And it's 0-1. Second time through the order. Wyatt Wilkin, the leadoff hitter, on deck.
It's out of play. Yeah, first baseman's under it, maybe. Comes
Actually,
back in.
He is. Olson, Archie Olson, tracking that one down the right side there along the fence line and able to pull it in.
We got dollar dogs over here. Good deal on grilled hot dogs.
So another quick half of an inning.
Definitely.
We'll see if St. Louis Park can make something happen. They come up with their number 8, 9 hitters. Again, Ben Johnson takes the mound here. So taking a look at the regular season standings for the St. Louis Park Conference, the Metro West. Chaska took the conference with a 12-2 record. Chanhassen 11-3. Jefferson 10-4, and then the Orioles 6-8, followed by Cooper and Vanille St. Margaret's at 5-9, Bloomington Kennedy 4-10, and Richfield at 3-11. For Orono, they were Hutchinson, top team in the conference, 11-3. Glencoe 9-3-1. Waconia 8-3. Delano 10-6. Litchfield 7-4. Holy Family 6-6. Dassel Cokato 7-8. New Prague 4-6, along with New London Spicer. Annandale 4-8. Mound West Tonka 3-8, and Orono 0-12.
Well, Orono was 1-19 on the season, but they're playing St. Louis Park very well today.
And Thomas Rempfer comes up to the plate for the St. Louis Park Orioles, facing Ben Johnson here in the bottom half of the fifth. Again, no score. Down in the dirt for ball one. Rempfer looks over to the third base coach and manager Jim Nunn. See if he has the take here. And he does take for a strike, so the count even at 1-1. I'd like to get someone on base to get up to the top of that order. Pitch was called a strike, so it's now 1-2. Remford, Nordstrom, and Jaramillo. Grounded to the first baseman. And that's Peters who scoops it up, makes the play, and there's one away.
Yeah.
Next up, number 3, Kyle Nordstrom.
Nice job there. Just stayed down on the ball, scooped it up, took it himself to first base.
And again, good job by both pitchers, just keeping that ball in play, trying to avoid the walks here. And there's a pitch just down and outside to the number 9 hitter, Kyle Nordstrom. Nordstrom struck out his first time up, so he's 0 for 1 in the game. Jaramillo on deck, who is 1 for 2. Inside pitch, misses for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. This is a hitter Johnson really wants here. It's number 9 hitter, batting just over 100 on the season.
Definitely.
And almost hits him. Good job that time by Nordstrom to get away from that one, and it's now 3-0. And I don't know, if I'm the third base coach, I can almost guarantee I'm giving him the take on this one. With the
They
top
just
of
need
the
base
order.
runners, absolutely. But Ben comes right in with a strike there.
So 3-1 now to Nordstrom. Up high, inside, and ball 4.
Nordstrom did his job, got on base.
And Jaramillo, the hitter.
Looks like the pitching coach is coming out. Talk to Ben Johnson. How many pitches has Ben thrown?
I lost track a while back. So
You did, okay.
that's my attention goes in different directions. I need a statistician here, so. I think, I know he was, in the 4th inning, he was hitting about 50, so.
Coming to bat number 7, Joe Jaramello.
Yeah, I think he's probably a little over 60 now or so. So, still has plenty of good pitches left in him. We'll see if the trip to the mound by the pitching coach will settle him down here.
Let's see if he holds the runner here with another throw to first. Comes to the plate.
Ooh.
And that ball gets by the catcher, and the Orioles will advance the runner to second. Wild pitch on that one. Nothing really the catcher could do. Hartman's done a great job blocking the balls that have been behind the plate. That one just got by him. So now Nordstrom on second base with 1 out. And Jaramillo taking the pitch for ball 2.
Leadoff hitter last time had a sharp single into left.
We saw they also had a runner at second, and they had a line drive as the runner was taking off. Here's a fly ball. And the center fielder calls off the left fielder. That's Travella making the catch as he calls off Walton.
Coming up, number 27, Jason Keller.
Well, you would like your center fielder to catch everything they can, and so they did a good job. Called Wiltkin off and made the play.
So Jason Keller, 0 for 1 in the game with a walk. Trying to see if he can give the Orioles their first run of the game here in the 5th inning. Tied at 0. Runner going.
He's going, and the throw down is to the wrong side of the base. Like to have that throw to the inside.
Well, and a good job that time by the third baseman, Carlson, because if that one gets by him, the Orioles score a run.
Definitely. And again, it was a tough pitch to handle for the catcher, too.
Last time we saw the Orioles try and steal third base, the ball was put in play on a line drive to the second baseman for a double play.
Ooh. Good breaking ball there by Ben. Had the hitter up on his front foot.
Yeah, Jason Keller batting .238 on the season.
He's got him 0-2 right now. No balls, 2 strikes. So.
Oh, that hit the helmet.
Yeah. Glanced off his helmet.
A tough break too for the pitcher trying to come inside on that pitch, and was ahead 0-2 on the count, and now he's going to bring up Joe Burnley. He's had a good game today with a base hit and a walk.
Stolen base too. He's had a good game. See if he can get the Orioles on top. Here's what he's thinking.
Just don't want to be picked off first base here with a runner on third and 2 outs. In the dirt.
Yeah, with 2 outs. Looks like they're not going to send the runner, at least early in the count.
We've seen Hartman has a pretty good arm, and in some situations they may not throw down to second, but I think Hartman would, in this case, try and get the guy out at second base. What do you think? Do they go for it at second base if he goes?
If he's running, you know, he can throw down. The only danger you get in is if the runner stops halfway down. So there it goes.
Well, not enough, not far enough, as Peters was able to get to that ball pretty quickly here, and no chance that time for Nordstrom to get home.
Right.
Still 1-0 on the count. And Burnley lines it back to the pitcher.
It's going to be a race, and he got him. Nice play by the pitcher.
What a great job. Heads up play by Ben Johnson. That ball right up the middle. Johnson knocks it down, able to still get to that ball and beat Burnley with the throw to Peters. So We're through 5 here from Derek Ellerfield. Again, no score. Tonight's afternoon's game is coming your way. ParkTV 16. We'll be back with more baseball in just a minute.
When a counselor asked how much my husband drinks, I said, not that much. I don't know why I said that. He always drank too much. But I guess I'm so used to keeping it a secret that I didn't tell the truth, to myself or anyone else. My husband has drinks with friends after work. He has a couple of drinks at home with dinner, and a few more while we watch TV. Pretty soon he's shouting at me and blaming me for all of his problems. I just can't take it anymore. A counselor recommended Al-Anon family groups. She said Al-Anon members have had experiences just like mine, and they would explain how Al-Anon is helping them. I didn't want to go to Al-Anon, but I'm sure glad I did. Is someone's drinking breaking your heart? You might be surprised at what you can learn at an Al-Anon family group from people just like you. Call 1-888-4-AL-ANON or go to alanon.org.
Back here in St. Louis Park as we start the 6th inning with the ground ball to the right side.
Base, covered the base.
Jaramillo on over to the pitcher covering. So Elias getting over to first base in time.
Next up, number 8, Anthony Tavila.
One thing in Park's favor right now is that Orono's been put a lot of balls in play, but they put them in play fairly early in the pitch count. So Elias is not that high in pitch count right now. I don't have the totals, but I know he's still going pretty strong.
Yeah, it's definitely helped him. And you cheat the third baseman up a little bit here. He did bunt.
He's gonna fakes the bunt again here. Maybe not faking, but just taking the pitch. So 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Anthony Travella. 0 for 2. Strikeout and a flyout to center field. And Elias misses down low. 2-1 the count. Travella, the number 2 hitter in the lineup. Calvin Ripberger on deck. There's a good pitch by Elias as he comes back in for strike 2. And the count now even at 2 balls. 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top half of the 6th inning. And there's a hard hit to the gap. This is between the right fielder and the center fielder. And a triple by Anthony Travella. Right in the gap between Burnley and Keller. Burnley was able to field that ball, but really a long throw, no cutoff player down there to cut that one, or he missed the cutoff. And
yeah, it looks like he just threw it a little bit high. The pitch was up a little bit, and Travella just turned on it, made a nice hit into the gap there for a triple now with 1 out.
It's really only a couple real big opportunities in this game for Orono, and here with runners on third with only 1 out, a chance to take the lead. And their number 3 hitter in Calvin Ripberger, who flew out left field his last time up, and another fly out like that could bring in the go-ahead run. It was only the 2nd hit of the game for the Spartans.
Just a bit outside. Elias has done a nice job today.
Took a second look back to wonder where that one was, but
now he's got a big situation for him here. The runner at third, 1 out.
Grounded. Oh, what a play by the shortstop. And he throws on over to first. The run's going to score, but really no chance that time by Bordewick to come home. But a great, great play by Bordewick.
He did make a nice play there, get the out at first base, but now Orono has that lead with that triple, and
Next up, number 9.
An infield fielder's choice.
And in this kind of game, that's big. So, in the 6th inning.
Definitely.
Pitch up high for a ball.
You have 2 outs.
There's a strike.
Yep.
So the big triple by Travella and the ground out brings Travella in for the first run of the game.
You know, he hit that ball hard to the shortstop who made that nice dive. Oh.
Off speed pitch, strike 3.
Had him out ahead. Yep, it was a nice play.
But 1 run on 1 hit. No errors that inning, and now we can say Orono leads this game 1-0 here as we get ready for the bottom half of the 6th. And now the Orioles can't squander any chances here.
It's late in the game.
Well, Johnson's throwing a lot of pitches in this game now too, so we'll see if his arm starts tiring at all. But
And the Orioles smartly bring out some new baseballs for their team to hit.
that's a good strategy there.
Well, it's your home. You're the home team, and it's the bottom inning, and you need a run. You know, it's time to break out some new baseballs, and
Nice clean white.
that's right. So you guys can see them and hit them.
This is a big inning for the Orioles because they have their number 4, 5, 6 hitters. They've really struggled at the bottom of the order with their 7, 8, 9. So they need to. They want to go 1, 2, 3 here and end up with their 7, 8, and 9 hitters in the 7th inning. So they need to see if they can put a few hits together here or get some base runners on.
Coming back to St. Louis Park, number 30, Archie Olsen.
So Archie Olsen, the cleanup hitter for St. Louis Park, will lead off here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Olsen lined into a double play, and that was a big play in the 4th inning. As the Orioles had a runner on second base with no outs, that was Burnley, and Burnley took off for third base. Olsen lined it to the second baseman, who was able to easily double up Burnley.
Definitely.
In that inning, St. Louis Park did have a single and a walk after that, so they good opportunity to have scored runs there in the 4th inning.
Well, we'll see how they respond now. You know, they have the game on the line. They're down a run, but they're at home. 2 more at-bats. They got 6 outs. We'll see what they can do.
1-0 the count to Archie Olsen, batting .345 this season. And he hits that one to the right side.
Through the hole
And
there.
through the hole,
Yep,
base hit. So found the hole that time.
17, Matt Borderweg.
Yeah, he's one of their better hitters, as shown by his average. Like he mentioned earlier, I think he's batting .345 for the year.
So now it's interesting to see what the Orioles like to do here. Do you hit away? Do you get the guy in scoring position with the bunt? I'd say with your number 5 hitter, you're probably going to hit away here, though. Bordewick, we saw make a great play at shortstop last inning. Pitch down low for a ball.
Yeah, you've the heart of your order here, you know, the meat of your order. You definitely hope he can drive in, you know, maybe hit a gap or base hit.
Johnson throw back to first. Arch has not stolen a base yet this year. There's a grounder to second. It's a
play.
high chopper.
Tough play.
But Olsen
Makes the play.
not getting over there in time. So good play by the shortstop that time. course he is. He takes the play, easy play at second base, as Olsen didn't get a good jump on that one. But they avoid the double play. And now Bordewick on first base. And the designated hitter, Heinstein, up.
Going. He's going to get the second. Errant throw by the pitcher.
That's big, too, as it gets Bordewick into scoring position at second base with Heinstein up.
Sure.
Ferrulli on deck.
And I'm sure he wishes he could have that one back. The runner was only a step or two off. So they're putting in a pinch runner here. Put some speed at second base.
And the old pitch, swung on and missed.
Good breaking ball there. So they had one out with a runner at second.
Up high and inside, so the count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. One, 2, and 2. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 errors for Orono. St. Louis Park with no runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors.
He's pulled the ball a couple of times today. See if he can get one through the hole. Probably what he would like to do here. Get that runner in.
Swings over the top of that one, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kenneth Ferrulli in the on-deck circle. Down low, good stop by the catcher that time, Hartman.
He's been very active today.
He did a great job to just move his whole body outside the box, not reach.
Just they're taught and get that glove in the dirt, let it bounce off your body and keep it in front of you.
Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, and the pitch by Johnson fouled out play, so it's now going to be still 2 balls, 2 strikes.
They're holding the runner on.
Yeah.
Orono's holding the runner on pretty well. They don't want him to have a big jump here.
Orioles saw a double play earlier on a line drive, so they haven't really elected to try and do anything too fancy here with 1 out. Hoping Heinstein can get a hit here. It's in the dirt. And now the runner's going.
Oh, he's going to get there. That was a nice read by the runner there. He saw the downward action of the ball, and that's what they're taught when you see that down spin and it gets away. That's when you go. Made a nice read there on the ball in the dirt. So now St. Louis Park has an opportunity with a runner at first and 1 out. Infield's up here
So
for Orono.
Heinstein trying to put the ball in play here, and he does to the third baseman, so the runner can't go. And a great play that time by Carlson. So we've seen a couple of great plays on that left side of the infield, one by the Orioles' Bordewick, and now a great one by Carlson to keep the runner from scoring, and it's going to be up to Kenneth Ferrulli to try and get the run in. And it's strike.
Nice pitch.
Up high.
Played off that high fastball.
Pop up.
Can't see it. Looks like he's under it.
That's Peters coming in. Or out of play. I didn't see that when I lost that one right in the sun up here.
I think the catcher did too. I'm not sure if it hit the net or.
So Ferrulli with another opportunity here, but behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. I'll tell you, Johnson's really done a good job battling in this game.
Yeah, he keeps bringing it in there. And
he's had some middle innings where he's had some trouble with control, but really come on strong again here. So, and a strikeout.
Run. There he goes. Nice throw.
At least make the catcher throw the ball there.
Right.
But another big strikeout by Johnson. And we're through 6 innings here from Derek Keller Field. Orono Spartans with a 1-0 lead over the St. Louis Park Orioles.
We grew up together. We believed in something bigger than ourselves. The military took me to one side of the world and her to the other. And even though she was always the strong one, when we caught up years later, I found out she had fallen on some hard times. It was her call to make, but doing it together made all the difference.
When I see homeless vets on my route, I always think to myself, we both swore an oath to protect our way of life, to protect our community. With VA's hotline for homeless vets, I can get them connected with help to get them back on their feet again.
VA's round-the-clock hotline can put veterans who are homeless in touch with the resources and support they earned through their military service. You have the power to help a veteran facing homelessness. Go to va.gov/homeless to print your wall cards. For veterans who are homeless or on the brink of homelessness, call 877-424-3838.
Well, we approach the final inning here, 1-0 the score, and it's been pretty much all defense in this game. We've seen a total of 7 hits in the game, but a big hit by Orono in the 6th inning was Anthony Travella's triple, and then the ground ball that scored the run. So, and that was by Ripberger. Colton Peters, first baseman, takes the first pitch for a strike, so can't blame Elias in this game. He's pitched a good ball game, but he hasn't had the run support.
Yeah, both pitchers have looked good today. They've come out and thrown strikes, giving their team a chance to make plays.
Down low. Spartans looking for some insurance runs if they can get them here. And Elias up high is behind 3 balls, 1 strike. Logan Kinsel on deck. Up high. So a leadoff walk. And with the Orioles struggling offensively, they can't afford to give up any more runs here. And we're gonna have a visit to the mound. See if we get a pitching change here. It's also maybe a strategy session with the runner at first base, trying to figure out how to handle it. We'll see if the Spartans try and get the runner into scoring position one way or another here.
I would imagine that he's going to lay down a bunt here, try to get that runner to second, like you just said, and see if they can't get their lead, you know, increase their lead. Let's see if he creeps up. He's creeping up a little. We'll see. Nope.
Popped up. Well, that's a play Nordstrom may have been able to have, but I think right now, I think they're really having problems seeing with the sun. But your pitcher's got to help the catcher in that situation.
Yeah. He's up a little bit more in the box. He might lay one down here now. No, swinging.
Popped up, and to the pitcher, Elias. And there's one away.
Next up, number 7, Jake Hartman.
Well, he opted not to sacrifice him over and give up that out. So now we have a runner at first with one out.
Hartman 0 for 1 with a walk. Popped out to the second baseman his last time up. And the pitch, grounded foul. Past the third base coach there.
Elias changed speeds there, gave him a little off-speed pitch, and he got ahead of it, pulled it foul. That's what you like to see as a pitcher.
Another off inside pitch.
Looked like a breaking ball coming in and on the hands. Got out in front of it. Now low and away, and see how he set him up here and see what type of pitch he's going to try to get him out with. 0-2, he might throw the waste pitch.
There, Nordstrom moves outside a little bit here. Up high.
Yep. See if he'll chase something up high in the zone.
One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Peters on first, gets the lead, and grounded foul again. Hartman pulling a few balls here.
Get this down by the knees.
There's that outside pitch, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Throwing a little bit higher than he has earlier on in the game, where he's keeping it down low. Breaking ball.
Yeah, that was a nice one there.
Good job by Hartman to stay alive here.
Yeah, he did a real nice job of fouling that pitch off. He was out ahead of it, as you saw there, but got enough of it. Stay alive. Try to move that runner up.
And the pitch up high, so Elias missing up high a few times here, and it's now 3-2. T.J. Carlson in the on-deck circle.
Well, full count, 1 out. Runner's
Runner going.
And have to go to
Little
first.
number to the third base side.
Nice play.
Good play that time by Ferrula. And on the play, Peters advanced over to second base, so the Spartans will have a runner at second now with 2 outs, and T.J. Carlson, the hitter. Outside. Orioles tried to hold this game as a 1-run game with their number 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up in the bottom half of the 7th inning. There's the strike. TJ Carlson 0 for 1 officially. Had a sacrifice and a strikeout.
Just trying to get a piece of it, put it through a hole somewhere and get that run in.
If you like offense, you may want to turn the channel, but this is a tight defensive contest. Good pitching duel.
It has been. Both pitchers have done a real fine job today.
There's a fly ball to right field, and the right fielder right there, that's Keller, to make the catch. And the Spartans retired. So now the Orioles will see if they can make something happen.
Well, it's now or never here.
Right.
Bottom of the 7th. Need to get that 1 run across to tie and 2 to win.
So the Orioles gather up over on the sideline, trying to see if they can get the team fired up to see if they can pull off a victory here in the bottom of the 7th.
We'll see if they have any pinch hitters that may come up, or if they like the lineup they have. So
we mentioned St. Louis Park coming to this game as the number 5 seed. Number 1 seed in the section is Wayzata. So the top seeds are Wayzata. Robbinsdale Armstrong is number 2. Edina number 3. And Minneapolis Southwest number 4. Winner of this game goes on to play Minneapolis Southwest, the number 4 seed. And that game on the 22nd, 3:30 p.m. That game will be at Neiman Field.
Coming up, number 12, TJ Remford.
So TJ Remfer will bat for the St. Louis Park Orioles as they have the number 8, 9, and 1 hitters.
looks like it's Ben Johnson's game to win here. They're leaving him out, start the 7th.
TJ bunts the ball and bounces in fair territory, but goes foul. Good job by the Spartans not to touch that ball, or that would have been trouble.
Definitely was a good surprise bunt.
Johnson now ahead of Remfer at 0-1. And the pitch in the dirt. At this point of the game, the Orioles just need base runners here.
That's right, anyway. And Orono just needs outs.
Up high, 2-1. Three and 1. Be interesting to see how Orono plays here, because you know when you lose as many games as you did, sometimes you just don't have the confidence in the end. We'll see if they can pull this one out. So there's a swing on a 3-1 pitch.
Yeah, pops it up.
So, fly out to the left fielder.
Pink City, number 24. Kyle Clares.
Looks like a pinch hitter here, doesn't it?
Yeah, the hitter due up was Kyle Nordstrom. So,
Running number 24.
Connor Clares. 9 hits and 24 at bats. So. Up high and outside.
You mentioned, Bruce, that, you know, Orono being 1-19, and, you know, sometimes that comes back to haunt you a little bit. You know, you're wondering if you can break through and get that victory, and it's good that they had that a week or so ago. They got their first victory, so they could, you know, build on that for the playoffs here.
That's a good point. And this pitch on the corner for a strike, 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Orono 2 outs away from their 2nd win of the year.
Does make you wonder how they could only have 1 win with Ben Johnson on the mound. He's looking like a pretty good pitcher here today, wouldn't you agree?
He is, and I think their fielders have done a good job fielding the ball too. So they made the plays behind him. A couple errors, but otherwise, for the most part, they've been coming up with the plays.
Right.
So 2-2 count declares. It's Jaramillo on deck, and it's 3-2. Fans wanted that one.
Yeah, just missed, just a little low. Right. I think that was a good call by the umpire there from our angle.
So big pitch here, 3-2 the count. Orioles need a base runner. Johnson, and strike 3. So they're down to 1 out, and that's Joey Jaramillo. Top of the order for the Orioles, but 2 outs. Strike. But Johnson looks like he's gotten a little stronger here at the end of the game. More confidence as he's on the mound.
Yeah, he's pitched a really good game.
And now we're down to 1 strike. See when a pitcher has a little confidence, he walks strongly back to the mound real quickly and he's ready to throw the ball.
Yep, wants that ball and wants to deliver it.
Wouldn't be surprised if this is a high fastball as he tries to overpower a strike in here. Oh, down low. Johnson to Jaramillo. And a breaking ball inside.
2-2 count here.
It's a good thing the fans aren't umpires, or we have 5 strikes ready here.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, from the side views, they look good.
Even from our vantage point as an angle, so.
Sure.
Our umpire's done a good job in this game. Still, as we look back to the play at third base, that could inside. Again, St. Louis Park, if you just joined us, they had a run in the 2nd inning where the runner crossed third base on his way home, and it would have been an easy score, but they said he didn't touch third base, and that would have been we'd be tied at 1 right now. And here's the pitch to Jaramillo, and this is lined to the second baseman, and Ritzberger with the catch, and the Orono Spartans with their 2nd win of the year. And again, you can look back in a tight game like this, a lot of different squandered opportunities for the St. Louis Park Orioles, but still a great, pitching performance and a good defensive effort by the Orono Spartans in this game.
Definitely, they behind Ben Johnson, they came out and got the 1 run they needed and made some plays in the field, like you mentioned earlier. and they come out with the win today, 1-0. So congratulations to them.
You look at a game like this too, and you wonder, is it excellent pitching, or the players just didn't hit very well today? And it's hard to determine on that. But again, let's give credit to the pitchers in this game, both Elias and Johnson, and again, the fielders made some nice plays when it counted. But the big run of the game was a triple by Travella, and then Ripberger with the ground out, play the shortstop to first base, and on a diving play, but enough time for the run to score, and that was enough for the Spartans. So Dick, I want to thank you again for coming. I know I've asked you a few times this year, it just hasn't worked out because you're busy coaching a lot, and you did a great job helping out here in this game. So.
Well, thank you very much, Bruce. I really enjoyed working with you today, and this was a great day to be out here for us, and it was a great ball game between, two teams that fought really hard, and both of them had outstanding pitching performances today, and that's why the score was 1-0. So congratulations to Orono, and it's a tough loss for St. Louis Park, but again, they can keep their heads up. They played hard, and play here or there goes a different way, right? That's the game. That's why it's a game.
Absolutely. So again, we want to thank everyone for joining us here for this afternoon's game. Final score here from Keller Field is Orono Spartans 1, St. Louis Park Orioles 0. So long.